Gag order, maybe.
No.
Gag order. They're not kinky like that.
I don't know. No information has been released.
No information on how kinky the lawyers are.
like
in Britney Spears' case. Oh shit! It's on your pants.
It's okay.
But
It's all over my glasses.
there's the money shot.
Last call movie review.
No more excitement.
Okay. Last call movie reviews. Today we're reviewing
Framing Britney Spears. Oh, it's like pumpkin. What is this? Stout?
So we decided to do local brews.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually really love this because it says still at home. And it totally reminded me of COVID. And I have beer all over my glasses right now because of Manny.
Hey, man.
So it just reminded me of like everyone's situation. And it's local, so why not?
I'm not sure if I like this, but you know what? It's a metaphor for the movie.
True. Can we talk about
Well, actually,
that?
documentary, yeah.
Clean my glasses
yeah,
here.
sorry about that. So, real quick, this is a documentary put out by the New York Times. It was directed by Samantha Stark.
Yes.
We didn't really see a wiki on this, but they
Wiki.
missing from this documentary is Jamie Spears, which is Britney Spears' dad, and also Britney Spears. Though at the very end of the documentary, they do note that they are among the people that did not get interviewed for this documentary.
Jamie denied.
Jamie denied, and it's not sure if Britney Spears got their request. But this whole documentary centers around. This whole documentary centers around Britney Spears and the conservatorship. It's actually more of like a documentary of her whole life leading up to now. I don't know how else I would describe it. Like,
I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's documentary.
It's basically her side of the story and it kind of puts into context her life up until this point. You know what? Sometimes that's just how life is. You know, you're still at home and you got beer in your glasses.
Do you go through those situations a lot?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, alcoholism is up with COVID because people are saying,
true. When it started,
yeah, but
went out.
Back to this documentary.
We digress.
This is a really weird review because we're not sure how to review this because a lot of this is opinion based. Even this documentary acknowledges that a lot of they don't acknowledge it, but a lot of their sources are like tabloid pieces.
Yeah, and random childhood
friends. Well, like they obviously have the more first-hand knowledge, but also like a lot of these fans,
a random activist,
and are like trying to find metaphors through like Instagram posts leading up to last year.
But the conservatorship is never really mentioned, which makes some people wonder if she sent encoded messages through her post.
Some conspiracy stuff right there.
Britney's Instagram was just something that was really fascinating to us. You know, we would share her posts and just kind of wonder what they're all about. And
I wonder if the way she's looking off the screen is like, remember when we wanted to escape the border of life. So this one where she's in the water, it's like she feels like she's drowning. She's still creating because she's spinning. You see, she still is creating, but she feels like drowning. She can't catch her breath. She's underwater. It's about conservative.
We did joke around about that, but
and they obviously, like I said, they did try to involve some of the family, but they denied. Obviously, it's most likely because of the ongoing case. They don't want to, I'm pretty sure there's like some gag order or some like legal shit that they can't talk about in public.
It's an active case.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But going from there, we're just gonna lead this into discussion. So, the movie starts off with like her early life.
Yeah, her little childhood.
Her childhood.
She was so cute.
She was cute. She was like a
adorable.
tiny. I was mentioning that she looks like one of our friends' like nieces.
Yeah.
She looks like her,
yeah.
And it was really cute seeing like how talented she was at such a young. Yes, that noise. She made that like pitch perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, it talks about her from like 10 years old and her all the struggles her family went to singing lessons, dance lessons, rehearsals.
Get her known.
Basically,
get her out there.
set her up for the fame that she would eventually realize in life. And I thought it did a pretty good job of that because like it felt a little weird. I don't know, Cynthia, if you felt the same, but I was like 2 when she was 10. And
we're the same age.
We are the same age, but we are
like,
not the same.
You're older. I'm 3 months older than him.
Okay, but still, we were.
I don't know how old you were.
We were barely
but
becoming.
I was 2.
We were barely becoming sentient beings when Britney Spears was out there, already in the
Singing
Mickey Mouse clubs. Yeah, singing and dancing, hipping and hopping, like those kids do.
Hipping and bopping.
Hipping and bopping. Beatboxing, setting trends, because she's not that innocent. But is she innocent? That is what this documentary talks about.
She's not on trial. But honestly, like, I really loved it. I loved it. At first, well, no, not even at first. I was like, let's do it.
Hold on, real quick.
Okay.
This is all our opinions, so we don't get in trouble because,
I mean, you can only have opinions on documentaries.
But we just want to put that out there, like, do
and
your
even
own...
I feel like the people on the interviews were the ones with opinions. There was no hard facts.
There was no hard facts.
The only hard facts were like the.
They did manage to get like some, like, you do see like some court documents, but you almost like the first page, and that's pretty much it. Like, the lawyers aren't obviously gonna talk to these fucking people. Fuck off,
I mean, sorry, New York Times.
I got lawyer things to do. Fuck off with your Instagram.
So
shit.
I think it was all opinions. So might as well throw ours in there.
Yeah. Go on. I interrupted.
At one point, I almost cried.
You did.
Yeah, I was like...
It was pretty early on, too. Like, you almost cried. It's like, you were talking... Because it does... from that starting point, when she, was starting to be like 10, getting into Mickey Mouse Club, and then, starting her career, she's immediately, like, basically eaten alive by the media from what they were showing.
Yeah.
And I do remember, and I don't know if you remember too much of it, but I remember being like 7, 10, but still being conscious of how fucked up is it that they're
definitely one of my first CDs of Britney Spears.
Yes. Yeah.
You too?
No.
Your sister?
But I do remember listening to like Radio Disney when I was like 10.
Oh shit, AM?
Yeah, AM. The AM radio. So
I
remember her song coming on. They had those little discs that they would give out at McDonald's with her and then NSYNC and all that shit.
The little tiny ones?
The little
just one song?
It wasn't even like a CD. It was like a little pack that you would put into it was really weird. I don't even know what they're called.
Yeah, I used to buy them at the 99 cent store when I was a kid. Like, it had one song on it. Mm-hmm. Christina Aguilera, Backstreet Boys. No?
Yeah, no. We were hipping and hopping to that the other day here. So
He was dancing to some of her songs in there.
Dude, you know what? There's ambulances out there with playing Kesha and Katy Perry, and if they lie to you, they're liars if they don't tell you that they danced.
I've seen his Instagram stories.
Shut up.
Friends only ones. Close friends.
You're getting taken off that list. Damn it.
I saw nothing. No, honestly, like I guess they could describe as to the best of their knowledge what they knew and what other people have told them. Mm-hmm. I said, I almost cried at one point when the paparazzi were harassing her, and she was like, "Stop!
No, yeah,
stop, go away, leave me alone. Mm-hmm. You're scaring me." And I was like, "No, really." I was like,
I was making comments throughout the whole viewing about like, oh, these fucking paparazzis, how fucking dare they? Like, cause
you're not photographers, you're not videographers. People.
I remember being like, 6, 7 when like Princess Diana died, and it was like probably linked to paparazzi, and like we're both photographers. They're fucking vampires. Fuck those guys.
Not for the art, but for the money.
Yeah, dude. No, yeah, they're always constantly harassing celebrities, so we didn't really appreciate that. And it was kind of funny because they did interview this one paparazzi dude.
Daniel Ramos.
Yeah, and I was like,
I like to call him out.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking asshole.
Fuck you.
we have like our reaction video to him like being like, oh yeah.
I didn't think. I'm like, no, you did not think.
Affected her at all?
I don't really think, and I don't really
You don't think.
Because, working on her for so many years, she never gave a clue or information to us.
No, hold the fuck on. Hold
Stop,
the fuck
please,
on.
you're scaring me.
On.
Why are you so close to my car?
You can see his brain malfunctioning, trying to like make himself not seem like an asshole. Like, dude, he was there for all these like outbursts that she was having. She shaved her fucking head at this point.
No, I don't.
You were all making her out to be unhinged, and I was like, I don't think she beat my truck. But if I wasn't there, would that have happened? Which would if you beat a paparazzi's truck in the forest, then does it really?
What a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And still doesn't feel bad about it.
He doesn't.
Like, they already knew the situation too.
Yeah.
Going to see her kids, he said no. So let's harass her. She's obviously not having a moment.
Dude, no, yeah, and as photographers, they're fucking vampires. Paparazzis are always fucking vampires.
Because they don't care about the art. They just want money.
What are they literally contributing to society? Like, yes, especially in this time.
Nothing. He called it the money shot.
Fucking dick.
That I don't appreciate you guys. Leave me the F alone.
What about when she said, leave me alone?
There were times where she's like, can you leave me alone for the day?
I thought that was like a
today. There were times when she was like,
she's an artist.
She's today.
That was she's an artist. I thought it was a metaphor, I thought she was writing her own like song on the spot. Holy shit.
It sounds like poetry. I don't know. You weren't using your brain. Like, she seemed fine. She said, what did he say? Something like, she told me to leave her alone for the day.
The day. It was like really weird because you could see him weaseling his way on camera to try to like justify what he did as like neutral. Like, he didn't really cause this spiral, but at the same time, he acknowledges that he took this picture that became kind of iconic. Like, Britney Spears with a shaved head.
He called it the money shot.
He called it the money shot. Like, he obviously is profiting off this, like, woman's misery. And I don't care, like, obviously this is all opinion based, but we got to keep prefacing that. But, yeah. I mean, you can't simultaneously say that, hey, it's really sad what happened to her, but, I fucking made money off, like, basically triggering this like landslide that like it feels like almost led to her conservatorship because she seemed really unhinged. They're trying to track her down. The paparazzis have this history of following celebrities around in a very like sensitive situations just to get that one shot that could make them millions of dollars.
And see, the thing that bothers me is that he literally was saying the reason why she was where she was going, what she was doing. He knew everything that was happening, and he was still like, she seemed fine.
He talks about like, hey, how he had this insider source to this like custody meeting. Like,
she wanted to go see her kids, and what's his name?
Yeah, Kevin Federline, the backup dancer. They don't mention that he was a backup dancer.
Oh, but he didn't mention that at all.
They did not, but he was a backup dancer. I remember that.
I remember that much.
Yeah.
She went to go see her kids. He said no. Obviously, as a
Very
mother,
frustrating.
a parent, like...
Yeah, and she had a friend with her. I don't know if it was my family, her sister?
Cousin?
Someone.
Or her niece?
But someone was there, and they were telling, like, hey, bros, can you, like, chill out? Like, this is really sensitive. Yeah. But, fucking vampires. They don't care. They just want the money. They get it all up in her. She obviously gets frustrated. This is a very high... Like, we're not trying to justify, attacking people's property. Right. But, get fucked if that happens to you. Like you can even tell in the footage that they showed, that they provided this documentary, they seem almost like excited the fact that you can hear it in their voices.
Look, she hit my car right here.
Like, oh man, like he probably still has those dents in his car, but like, yep, that's the one.
He probably sells tickets for people to touch it.
Yeah,
he seems like that type of guy.
It's it's terrible. And this documentary does do a good job, I want to say, even if it's one-sided, of showing Britney's climb to success and then downfall because of the pressure that was put on her by the media spectacle.
We can say it's one-sided because of who created it, but they used people from her side and the other, in the sense of, like, they used a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they used a lawyer.
Vivian something?
Yeah, that was on her father's case.
Yeah, she ended up, like, in the midst of the documentary being filmed, she it implied that she went to go represent Jamie Spears, which is her father.
And then the paparazzi was not on her side.
Yeah, no, the paparazzi, like it's kind of funny. I don't think he was ready for that line of questioning, but get fucked, Daniel Rios, wherever you fucking are.
Yeah, no.
I wanted to be a filmmaker, instead I wanted to watch the world burn. Fucking terrible.
I can't imagine.
But yeah, also, while we're on the topic of men who should get fucked, Justin Timberlake, fuck you.
Oh yeah, he's a big thing about.
Justin Timberlake. We were watching this and they were talking about how they dated, and Justin Timberlake had like this fucking fuckboy phase where he was making music, profiting off their dating history, because apparently they dated is what they talk about in this documentary. Apparently. And and they never mention it because this documentary does leave out a few details, and this is 14-year-old memory. We were 14-year-olds, and also it was almost 14 years ago that this happened. Fully, fuck, so you're giving our
age away.
Whatever.
We're young adults.
Yeah, but we remember. I told her I don't like Justin Timberlake. For one, he brought sexy back, so the standards women have for me to lose his dad bod weight is up there, but also. But also, I remember that Super Bowl halftime show where he was performing with Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson's sister.
Yeah.
And they had that, as it was called back in the day, the wardrobe malfunction.
Right.
She caught shit for it, and I think she's never recovered since then. Whereas, like, Justin Timberlake has, basically been taken out of the conversation altogether, as though he didn't personally, rip off
Not
that fucking...
to defend him.
No.
But is that his fault?
That was his hand. That was his hand.
For sure, he did it. But everybody else wasn't being judgmental about it.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that's pretty. It's a stark contrast. This documentary shows compared to today's culture, where everyone's talking about cancel culture and all that stuff.
So strange, like seeing posters from when she was a kid.
They did show a lot of footage of people, and not to call anyone out, but to call people out. It was the sign of the times to just like shit on this very young woman. She was like 19, 20 when this she was getting shit on for her sexuality and owning up to it. Now we're all about female empowerment, but back in the day, you showed like some cleavage, and they were just like, are you promoting sexism? And there was this one scene, and I'm talking way too much, but there was they showed some politician, some governor's wife. Talking about, I wanted to shoot Britney Spears.
Yeah, that was weird.
And it's like, bro, this is like the Iraq war going on at the same time.
There's more important things happening.
We just fucking watched like 9/11 happen, and you're fucking losing your shit over Britney Spears showing like half a boob. The fuck,
Yeah, no, I don't understand. Like, priorities.
Yeah.
But it's so weird thinking about it, because think about how young she was when she did...
I'm gonna check the footage. Oh. Yeah, go for it. Keep going.
Should I wait?
Okay. Going.
Think about how young she was when she did Baby Hit Me One More Time. Like, think about the words, the music video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her age, we wouldn't promote that type of sexiness in kids today. Not saying, like, to own up to your...
I mean, we're going into more politics when we talk about that.
I feel like it's so weird, like, seeing posters of a 15-year-old's butt cheeks.
Yeah, but then we had that huge scandal with Netflix recently with the Cuties movie.
Oh my god. Side note, did you see that?
I did not.
I did. Oh my god. It's not that as bad as they make it seem.
But did they really need those camera angles?
No.
Oof. I mean, if you really think about it, I feel like if you give it a second watch, you'd be like, do I really need to see this? Like,
yeah, no, for sure. Some of those, like, whopping.
Whopping what?
Drink another one.
We're gonna get canceled for the second video already.
We'll cut it out. No, like, some of the scenes...
Pedophile are bad, Netflix. Pedophile
It really
bad.
is. Like, they weren't needed, and it was kind of inappropriate.
Yeah.
But the whole entire movie as a whole wasn't as bad as, like, they made it seem. But some of those angles, as you mentioned...
I'm just gonna stare at you, this part of the...
But why didn't you watch it? Because you were uncomfortable?
I'm slurring my speech.
So what's the difference between that movie and that poster?
You know what? I will watch it with you.
Okay.
and we will
Okay.
review it,
Okay.
and it'll be terrible, and the whole review will be just me just staring at you, just like this the whole time.
I'm not supporting them, shaking their booties on camera. What I'm asking, like, what's the difference of a 15-year-old Britney in some cheeky shorts and a movie?
To be fair,
I'm saying both are wrong. Well, not
No,
wrong,
yeah.
but
yeah, I mean they did kind of point that out in the documentary too, because that that dinosaur, and it's like very normalized in our culture to when we're talking to women, like, oh, do you have a boyfriend?
oh, that was weird.
Yeah. But there was that scene
That
with
made
the
me
talk host.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what
He was
about
like
me?
80, and he was like, "Do you have
What
a
about-
boyfriend?" And
It's like, oh, are you friends with Epstein?
we're gonna get canceled. Well, no, I hope nobody supports him. And
No.
Yeah.
No, Epstein did not kill himself. Holy shit. Tough topics. But this is a tough topic documentary because
it did hit a lot of
it did hit a lot of mental health issues. No mental health experts were in this documentary.
That was my
As
issue.
Cynthia pointed out.
That was my issue. I'm like, okay, all these people, these professionals, random people, but no mental health experts.
And I will say, like, they did make a point about how she entered voluntarily a few times in her life. But I will tell you, as a drunk medical not professional, because he's talking
And
about
a
it.
former medical.
When
Drunk
you are
professional.
put on what's called involuntary or voluntary hold, you're put on like a 5150 72-hour hold, where a psychiatrist or doctor evaluates you to see if you're a threat to yourself or others. And again, this is my takeaway because, I didn't actually do the research of what was going on because it's hard to find information on this. But having been in those situations where someone's put in that situation on that hold, it's one of those, hey, you can either go voluntarily or we can
Send you to jail.
not send you to jail, but like make you to go involuntarily, and it turns into they make it seem like
threatening
you should you should choose, and so they're
want this one or this
coercing you.
one?
They're essentially coercing you. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't find it so difficult to imagine that Britney Spears was put into a situation where she'd be like, hey, and this is my opinion, but I wouldn't find it that much of a stretch to imagine her being put in a situation where she's like, hey, this could look really bad for you if we put you in handcuffs and take you to this mental health
And
place.
see, that's the hard thing is that we don't even know.
We don't know
why,
because
how, what, when.
Because throughout this whole documentary, and you could check her Instagram, she never really talks about that conservatism that she's under. Conservatism that she's put under, and it's really unfortunate because that's really like who we need the answers from, because that's the ultimate final piece.
And I guess her fans were trying to find. We were kind of joking about it. Her fans were looking for clues in her messages, and to be fair, maybe there were. Maybe she was throwing out some kind
Maybe
of.
Britney Spears was playing some 4D chess bullshit where she's like, I'll put in like the jokes we were making.
Oh yeah. To be fair, maybe she was cry for help in her own way. But again, we know nothing. We know nothing outside of what paparazzi catches and court documents that are released.
Yeah, because
Like,
you don't
no
know
information.
if Britney Spears is one of those people that also has a manager for her social media, because it's not uncommon for celebrities to have like a person who manages that account.
Right, see, that's the issue, because in the documentary, some anonymous caller, paralegal or something said
So it's like, oh,
she
yeah.
had been in for such and such time, way longer than it said, but she had posted that she was going to take some vacation.
Yeah.
So she couldn't have posted it if she was there already, but was she there already?
We don't know. And again, this could have been some random asshole pretending to be like, like an actual source. They don't really fact check it. And
Yeah, they were like, what did they call him?
Then,
they call him
a paralegal?
No, but they call him a reliable source. No.
Yeah, they call him a reliable source
credible source.
a credible source on the official Britney
We're like,
fans page. Instagram.
anonymous.
Like, no, fuck you.
confirmed.
Like, even the New York Times had to acknowledge that they couldn't confirm that this was a credible source. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
that breaks some laws if you're talking about your clients,
Even
case
former
if you
clients.
even former clients if you are a
Because
paralegal.
like that type of celebrity, you think they would sign?
Yeah,
DNR,
there's laws.
DNR.
Yeah, do not resuscitate this conversation. Holy fuck.
Speaking of medical,
gag order, maybe?
no,
Gag order, they're not kinky like that?
I don't know. No information has been released.
No information on how kinky the lawyers
No,
are
like,
in Britney Spears' case.
Like a non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure,
That's
yes.
what I meant.
I mean,
DNR.
that's pretty... I feel like that would be common, especially with celebrities, because that's how HIPAA was created, is... it's HIPAA is this thing where you can't talk about patients' personal information and, their status, because especially like California medical assistants, there was a lot of celebrities in Hollywood, and you don't always want that information getting out to the public. Right. So laws were created to protect celebrities. Mm-hmm. I feel like that would be something for lawyers in the same regard.
Yeah, because even if you're not on the case anymore, it still would follow through. Yeah.
Yeah. So
even, I mean, that's a big risk to say Britney's not really where she says she was. You know what I mean? Like,
it feels like that person would have been caught and like sued or
because like I was a paralegal, now I'm not. They only fired one guy.
Yeah,
like, I think it was that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
that's the first half of the documentary. The rest, it starts to lean more on her fan base, and they call themselves activists for
They were marching for her during COVID.
Free Britney, getting tattoos.
No 6 feet between them.
Yeah, no 6 feet. Yeah.
I guess. Sorry. Alcohol kills all. No, but honestly,
alcohol
I really
kills COVID.
The cure.
Unconfirmed.
Confirmed COVID. I just got tested.
Is it negative?
Always.
Always be negative. In life. And with STI tests.
So far, so good. So far, so good, guys.
Okay. 11% you say, right?
I do say.
Okay, mid review break.
This actually is really good. You don't like it? I like stouts.
It tastes like if someone made cardboard out of pumpkins and then melted them into a drink, and that's what this tastes like to me.
So cardboard?
Cardboard pumpkins.
He said cardboard as pumpkins.
Yes. So like they made like, eco-friendly cardboard and then out of pumpkins.
I like it. I don't know exactly where they're from.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
No, I went into a random they're actually from Huntington Beach. Right on, guys. 11.1%.
Man, fuck Huntington Beach.
Okay. Well, they went no mask first.
Now we're going no mask for this one. This review.
We're on your side, Huntington Beach.
Shit.
No, I wear my mask
we are
in
not. No,
public.
fuck
I wear
Huntington
my
Beach.
mask.
They're the Florida of California, and you can quote me on that.
They're the summer breakers.
Fuck. Dude, they have like that huge like Trump rally over there. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? All right, stop steal. So she did learn to fucking count.
We
learn
digress.
To fucking, anyway.
We digress. Okay. So I actually really loved it. I love documentaries. It's all opinion based, really one sided most of the time. One person's filming. It was New York.
Fuck. I think her name was Sandra Stark. Samantha Stark.
Excuse my
Not
French
related
here.
to Tony Stark, mind you.
You don't know that? Did you fact check?
I did fact check. Okay, she's not related to that fictional character. But I do digress. We saw that she had like 2 previous movies under her belt.
I think they were shows.
They might have been. I didn't really research that far.
I did.
But we didn't watch them anyways. So it doesn't really matter. We have zero clue on how she is as a, she's no Michael Moore. Because I know Michael Moore.
You don't know Michael Moore.
You don't know Michael? Well,
No,
I don't know.
I mean, I know his documentaries.
Yeah.
But not him.
Yeah, well, I don't either. I'm not that famous either. But if you're watching Michael Moore, good job. I like what you did with that Rage Against the Machine music video, okay? Hey, you never know.
I don't like rage.
This is the end of the channel. I just want to announce that we're done.
Cut us off.
Yeah,
We're
the 2
canceled.
videos over.
What do you give the documentary? Wait, how did you like the ending?
Okay, so the documentary is obviously open ended. It's an ongoing case. They can't really say too much. COVID did halt a lot of the
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck, courts.
But it like I said, it's ultimately like we have to hear from Britney, and I don't know if like her conservatorship, prevents her from speaking out. But,
or the ongoing case, or fear.
So for what this documentary is, it does give you a good backstory for people who are barely learning about Britney Spears, because like what she went through in our timeline was very sad. It even though we were like 17 at the time when most of this documentary was happening, it was really sad to see. Like it was really weird. I do think she missed an opportunity though when she shaved her head. She should have like hit up
he
Joan
wants her
Jett.
to go total punk rock. I know. I told him Joan Jett. She wants her to go punk
hit up
rock.
Joan Jett. Hit up Gwen Stefani. And you could just be the ultimate like trio girl rock band. Like I would have been.
It's not too late, Britney. It's not too late.
Yeah, if he owns all your like musical rights and stuff like that, you could go back into the you could do what Taylor Swift did. Go back into the recording studio and just rock out with that fucking shit.
Did you say Taylor Swift rocked out?
No, yeah, Taylor Swift re-recorded her stuff because of that fucking asshole that owns the rights to her like original master recordings. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. But fuck, he has a really dumbass name too. I can't remember, but it's like Spencer or Spen.
I'm gonna have to look at it.
It's a really fuckboy name.
Let me know, YouTube.
But yes, Taylor Swift, that Bad Blood. I'm just saying, ultimate girl band. We love that Static Lullaby cover of Toxic. Yes. So Britney Spears, if you are listening to this in quarantine,
Probably not though.
probably not. Doubt it. But
She already clicked off if she did.
you should definitely try doing some punk rock stuff. Maybe 1 or 2 songs.
I would totally support it.
I'm pretty sure the community would fuck up the paparazzi because we don't take kindly to harassers in our community.
We do not.
We do not. Unless it's in Huntington Beach because they're fucking assholes out there. Fucking dumbass motherfucker.
Drink your Huntington Beach beer.
Yeah, we didn't really summarize this too much. We got all over the place because we were drunk. Had some Jack Daniels.
Okay, so summary.
Conclusions.
Britney Spears is a child. Mm-hmm. Then she's a young adult. Then she's an adult. And then somebody owns her.
Such as life under capitalism.
So we're all like that.
Yes. But it does suck because, like I said, it seems like her dad definitely, and it seems weird. Final thoughts. That she is under conservatism and she was doing all these tours and doing a residency at Vegas.
That weird moment where she's supposed to get.
Well, not even just that. It's like the fact that her dad has to take control of her finances and her appearances, right. But she's still okay enough to do live performances and stuff like that.
Right, mentally she can't take care of herself or financially, but you can do performances.
Yeah, you can do anything that makes me money. It just seems a little awkward. Yeah. Obviously, this is our opinion.
Who's the judge on this?
I know there's a lot of sexism. It appears with the judges, but again, we aren't sitting in on the case.
We don't know anything. You don't know anything.
I doubt the fans know anything.
They know as much as they know. We did see some fans go into the court and say no decision was made or updating throughout the court.
But it's hard to say with that bias there. We have to actually see.
Yeah. Right.
But I thought all in all, this documentary does do a good job of presenting her side.
Her growth.
They do neglect some details, the little things, But I would definitely give it a watch if you were a Britney's fan.
Yeah, like I said, at one point I almost cried.
I think it was a lost opportunity to do. I forgot his fucking name. The Leave Britney Alone guy.
Oh my god.
Yes, I don't know.
Leave Britney alone.
That's the throwback. Early YouTube when we.
I don't remember his name, but I remember him.
Dude, we could have been so famous if we had YouTube back then.
I should be crying right now. Just look at mascara running.
But yeah, give it a watch. I think it's okay for what it is.
I think it's great for what it is. It's a documentary, like
it's a documentary, but it doesn't cover all its bases. But again, that they did say that they tried to
see, that was the only issue.
Yeah.
There was no.
They didn't apply the other side, but again,
they were talking about people who weren't involved in said documentary.
Yeah, that was my only issue with it. But again, it did.
I had another
believe,
issue. No. Talk about mental health.
Oh yes, but we did talk about that. They don't have any mental health experts. It's kind of
but there was no talk about it. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, some fans were like, I am somebody who goes through anxiety. I can relate. Yeah. But like, there was no talk. Like they were just like, she's crazy. You know, she's lost it. Like.
I will say this, yeah, and I did mention it while we were watching it. It was kind of one of my reactions. Is that. They do make a lot of talk about mental health and that she wasn't like mentally sound enough to take care of her own finances and all that stuff. But, you know, given the pressure she was under, like she was going through a divorce, custody battle, I mean, and constantly harassed by the paparazzi to the point that she had no alone time. I feel like they just caught her in her weakest moments, which, you know, I would be lying if I didn't have those own moments myself. I'm pretty sure Sin would say the same, and anyone watching this, you know. So it seems kind of unreasonable that we don't afford Britney that you know, level of I don't know.
If somebody tried to take over what myself and everything, like as many times as I've gone crazy, like fuck, you know, like nobody's perfect always. Yeah, and sometimes we have moments.
It just seems like wild that she seems like she's competent enough to put on shows and have a residency at Vegas, things that make this guy money. Her dad,
this guy, for sure.
But yeah, she's not sound enough to control her finances. But yeah, this documentary was missing expert opinions.
Yeah,
and it was missing the other side. But again, to their credit, the New York Times at least
the best they could.
They attempted to reach out to them, but again, that was most likely due to the fact that they can't comment on something that's ongoing because it gives the other side ammo. Yes, but that's it. That's I don't know. This is something new for us. We didn't see that many reviews on this documentary. We don't actually see a whole lot of reviews on documentaries, so I don't know if anyone's actually interested in this kind of feedback from us. But
what we can say is definitely give it a try.
Give it a try.
I love documentaries. I feel like it's all opinion based unless you have hard facts and concrete evidence. Most of it is, you know, and whoever's creating it is always one-sided in that sense. Mm-hmm. But I think that you should give it a try if you grew up with her or around that time where she was being scrutinized about shaving her head. You know, like, let her be. Like,
yeah, man.
Like, she can do what she wants. You can shave your head. He can shave his head. I've seen him do it. Everybody's allowed to shave their head and not be crazy. You know what I mean? Like she was taking control of her own life in that sense, you know? Like, I'm not this beautiful person anymore. And she was still beautiful. I'm not saying she wasn't beautiful, but, like...
Not that innocent. Oh, baby.
Take control of your life.
Supposed to know.
And he'll take control of mine, apparently. Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. So is that it? Is that our review? How are we going to end this? How are we going to close this out?
We still don't have our table, guys.
Fix this situation. Subscribe, like, and more for more content. We are planning to do more reviews soon. Same day releases hopefully coming up. Let us know what you guys want to see. Maybe drop a comment if you're actually watching. Did I spill some alcohol on me?
Why is your can so squished?
Why am I can so squished? I like squeezing things, okay? Ladies.